that was one of the problems. So that in numbers, that's the case.
You spoke about your learnings of your previous startup, so this is really good. Can you share with us, besides that, in your current role now, what of that learning are you applying, and what of them have worked for you?
Okay, so in current startup, one of the things that I've learned is, if you are planning to join a startup, please make sure that the terms and conditions are very clear, because if you join, everything is uncertain, right, in the startup. So typically the good part is the founder will tell you, let's start working and let's see how it goes and let's figure things out. The thing is, 2 or 3 months later, you might have a different view on how things are going, and the founder might have a different view of how things are going. And there comes the conflict bit, that I say, okay, fine, I have done this. I say, I have done this. He says, you have done only this. And there is no kind of, so essentially have very clear plan on what is expected of you, and how you are going to match that expectation, and if you match them, what is going to happen. So these terms be absolutely brutal. Even in startup negotiations, if you are joining a startup, negotiate very hard, because negotiation is one thing that you will have to learn sooner or later, and negotiate very hard from day one. And there is nothing wrong in negotiation. Even if it's with a friend, just have complete transparency on what would be the cash component, what would be the equity component, what are the KRAs that you have to fulfill to actually be identified as a asset to the company, and what you deserve in return. So these things. Secondly, the thing that I learned from my previous business, which I am applying to this business, is Jugaad. So if I have to go and acquire a merchant to offer a deal on my portal, I cannot really rely on one strategy. I cannot simply say that I'll go to Just Dial. This is the area that I want to get merchants in. Cold call everybody and do this. I have to do cold call, I have to do walk-ins, I have to do all kinds of things. And you learn very interesting things as you do this. So essentially, one of the interesting things that I learned during merchant acquisition is, merchants who have businesses on first floor or above of any building are the ones who are very readily willing to give business, because they never get walk-ins. Nobody goes to or a walk-in on first floor. So every time I used to walk, I used to go like this, because anytime I used to see a decent business which was my target audience on the first floor, I knew that my time to convert that merchant to my business would be shortened considerably. So these are the things that you pick up over a period of time, doing a lot of things again and again, trying everything. And this is what I'm applying again. So now I essentially reach out to people on LinkedIn, have become a very heavy user of LinkedIn. I have started using cold calls, mails, so essentially networking events. So essentially every networking event that I go to, I try to collect as many cards and then spam them. Hello, will you buy my services? Will you buy my products? So these are things that you have to pick. And struggling with a startup, doing sales in a startup will make you do all of these things. And that's one thing I learned, that there is no approach is wrong. Try everything, see what is working, and go do a lot more of that.
When are you planning to start next? Start again?
4 years.
You
because
married?
No. Who will marry me now? So unless my loan is paid off, I can't even start looking. So
Rahul, I would very well relate to you. I am almost in the similar situation. It's just that you started with the job and I started with the another business.
okay.
Good thing is that I am not working with the government sector. So, I could realize, I have questions, for you, but I could realize in two sense. First thing is that choosing the right business, as you said in the start. I chose the wrong business and then I came to another business now. And second thing which I realized from my employee perspective is that what you share right now, that their terms and conditions are not clear, and they look in another way that I have done this, and I say you have not done this. So there is a mismatch in that. So my question is, first question is that you said about the website, that if you're in a business and there are no more pipes, the website should take approximately 15 to 20 seconds for him to attract. So if you could give more emphasis on that, how to attract those customers on the website. And second thing is that if person has expansion view, like there is a good expansion in the business that he wants to get. So what should be the approach in that?
Okay, so the second part I cannot answer because it varies from business to business.
Okay.
The first part, what I said was with a disclaimer that bit is true primarily for B2C businesses. For B2B, crappy websites can still make do. If you can establish enough business offline, you can still make that work. In B2C business, one thing I very clearly understood is that if you have competitors in your space, you can be a me too that say, okay, my competitor is doing this, I am also doing this at 2% lesser cost. Or you can say, okay, fine, I am doing this very differently, and this is the reason the customer should come to me. Though I don't say that this is a panacea, what I feel is your website's home page or the landing page in which most customers are coming should not talk overly, should not have too much information. It should speak about only that one benefit that your business offers. If you want to have very good say look at landing pages, then I would recommend checking out foodspotting.com. So essentially you land on their page. It doesn't give you the list of they discover dishes, like dishes, and this dish is good in that restaurant. That is the kind of business. They don't do this listing on the home page. On the home page, it's a very clean, clear website talking about what they do. If you can just engage the customer with what I do or what is my benefit, which makes them take that next click to see more or explore more, that is where I think you should get the best conversions. If you can't communicate your one single benefit in the first 10-15 seconds, you would probably lose the customer, because a lot of sites just rip off designs from their competitors. Take this is a tab, this is a list view, I'll also do a list view. They are doing a grid view, I'll also do a grid view. So just try and think, what is my benefit? Because unless the customer is convinced of the benefit, they are not interested in exploring your product anyway. So might as well convey the benefit, not show the product, and tell them if you think this benefit is interesting enough, why not see? Check out Zomato's homepage. So Zomato does not have a very cluttered homepage. They have some extra information below the fold. This is a slightly technical term, but on the main page that the customers are viewing, there is nice picture of dish, which is likely to attract the customer, and they just say explore, search by cuisine, search by location. So make it very simple, and once the customer is convinced, they will most likely explore more. And second very important thing, if you are in any kind of business, please make sure now it's not a good tactic to hide the pricing. If you have anything that has any kind of pricing, you have different pricing plans, make sure they are as clear as possible, because customers are not, wo zamana gaya, request for quotation, put my email address, put my number and I'll get a quotation, and people are tired of that. 50 users, this is the price. 100 users, this is the price. 500 plus users, this is the price. Just have it clear. The customer should get complete information, and they should not have to waste any time waiting for a quote. So these are two things that I think I have learned a little bit from doing a business.
In your whole journey as an entrepreneur, when you quit your Bajaj Auto job, what role did your IIM degree playing this? Like you said, you